Hey, episode 39. I think
35.
35.
You were out by
It's on the
four.
board.
Out by four.
On the board.
It's written on the board. Episode 35 of the Luke and Lewis show.
35. The 39 isn't for like another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're getting so ahead of yourself
I'm
these
really
days.
sick
Literally.
today. I'm very sick.
I see you blaming what?
Yeah.
Head cold.
Dude, I'm angry. Do you know how many if I sneeze on this episode, I'm going to lose it. All I did before you got here at 8:30. You guys got here at 12. Do you know what I did for the whole time?
Sneeze.
Just sneezed. That's the only thing I've been doing is only sneezing and getting. You know when you sneeze so much that every time you sneeze you just get really angry because you're like, I'm done sneezing. Two in a row is enough for me. If I sneeze in this episode,
powerful.
I'm going to lose it.
How powerful are your sneezes?
Oh, they get more and more powerful.
Like, do you sneeze with your whole body? Do you go?
Eventually, it's like going.
Or do you just go? Achoo? Oh,
No, it's
sorry.
like going Super Saiyan. Every time you do it, it gets more powerful. So each subsequent sneeze becomes bigger and more powerful.
So when you're like 90 and you get a cold, you're just gonna take off.
Yep.
You sneeze and you just go.
I'm gonna put a crater in the earth
Yeah.
and grow a tail and turn into a giant monkey if I see the moon.
That would be cool. You're gonna sneeze one day, and then
Yeah.
there's gonna be a big cloud of smoke around you, and then you're gonna like walk out naked like
Yeah.
Khaleesi did in
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, and you'll have birthed a dragon
Yeah.
that will have a cold.
Oh, and I'm so angry.
Logan Paul actually said it.
for
No,
fuck's
no,
sake.
no. This
No,
is
I was
quite
about to bring
relevant.
this up.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his excuse for
That was his
losing the
excuse.
fight?
In the press conference.
He goes,
after
"I
the
did a
fight,
sneeze."
He says, I woke up and the first thing I did was sneeze. And he talks about how he was sick and that's why he lost the fight.
Well, I
It
guess we'll talk
sounds
about
like
that.
you are like. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like there's a lot of excuses coming from the Logan Paul camp, and it also sounds
No.
like there's a lot of excuses coming from the Lewis Spears camp.
I got the number wrong by lots.
Four, and that's a mistake.
That's a big mistake.
It
That is
is.
a big error.
And Logan Paul only lost by 2 points in the fight. So you're both making minor errors that
You know
are
what's
really
funny?
impacting your content.
You know what's funny? In our fight predictions,
We
I
were
think
both
we were
wrong.
pretty. No, I think that we were exactly correct about what we said. Is that Logan's the better fighter. He's got more reach. He's bigger. He's heavier. He's been training better. But the only thing that KSI has over that is being black.
And he didn't
And
sneeze.
that's all he needed, and he fucking won.
Yes.
So good on KSI. And
Yeah.
that's a lesson to everyone. Never try to beat a black guy in a fight.
Now, I
Never.
didn't watch the fight, so I have nothing to say about it.
I've just seen like little
Killen's like, you
snippets
guys
of
should
it.
talk about the fight. And I was like, did you watch it?
I've seen snippets of it on Twitter. Like
yeah, I watched
everybody
the
else.
final bit on
Like
Twitter.
only an absolute moron would pay for it.
How much did you pay?
How much was it?
15.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Well, $14.95 if we're getting
US?
Australian.
And
Oh, okay.
was
Oh,
it a
that's
good
kinda-
fight?
that's
I heard
not
it
bad.
was bad.
I thought it was I was way better than last year, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
They-
the standard was low.
Even in the
I watched
clips, they
last
looked like they
year's.
knew what they were doing. They did
Yeah.
look like better
I-
fighters.
Commentary was way better.
From
Yeah.
what I read on Twitter,
It
was
looked better too. It was definitely filmed really well.
It was high budget. It was an actual pro fight put on by an actual producer, like
Yeah.
like an actual fighting
Yeah,
guy. I
DAZN.
forget. Yeah, that guy.
Eddie Hearn.
But I heard from just people on Twitter. This is all I read. This is how I know about the fight. It was a lot of people saying neither of them have got what it takes to become pro fighters.
I don't
Actually,
know, I don't know
Yeah.
why people always say that. All my mates say that as well, but they're YouTubers. Why would you expect a professional fight out of YouTubers?
because they were advertising as a pro fight.
Yeah, true.
And they trained twice a day for months.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is going to be the
And they were
biggest
saying,
fight
like,
in boxing."
it's pro
And they
fight
had
now
they had
and-
pro fighters on the bill,
Yeah.
the same bill.
Alright.
And
So-
they were headlining that, and it was for a professional fighting company.
If they had been like, we're
and,
YouTubers
and they
fighting,
charged for it,
yeah, they charged
was
big
at
money,
Staples
and it was
Center?
pay per view.
and they were trained by some of the best boxing coaches in the world.
So you would think,
All right.
yeah,
but again, I
Apologise.
didn't see it, so
I'm not apologizing. But Logan Paul would have won if the 2 points wasn't taken away.
I don't know if this is true. I haven't verified this at all, but a few people messaged me, so it must be. Apparently, you know, Neil Kolhatkar and Jordan, Friendly Geordies, they have a podcast together.
Yeah.
Apparently, they called us out, and they want to do a fight. So
Oh, really?
Neil wants to fight you, and Jordan wants to fight me.
Does Neil have a death wish?
That's what I thought.
Because I'll fold him in half, and then he'll be the quarter of my size instead
mean,
of just half.
Look, Even
Neil Kohaka, I'll fold you like origami, bro. Do you want to be a swan? Because I can do that for you. If you want to get turned into a swan, how about a boat, man? Bring it on. I'll fight them both at the same time. Because together they equal my size. I'll
very
fold you
confident.
together into a Lewis-shaped fighter.
Have you? I've been in a hot tub with Neil
Yeah.
in the last year, and he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah.
He's a compact sized human, but
Yeah.
you're right.
I could throw him.
Without look, and I don't want to short shame him, but all I'm saying is without platform shoes,
And
and
a ladder.
a ladder, he wouldn't be able to reach your head.
Why do they want to fight us?
I think they were just fucking around talking about the KSI thing, and
That's funny.
I think they just wanted to cause some fake drama. But
That's
the
good.
thing is that I only about 2 or 3 people messaged me about it, so I don't know how many people actually got wind of this. You clearly didn't get wind of it.
No, I didn't hear about it.
I didn't even know if it's true. 2 people could be lying.
Although,
So
you
maybe
know
you've
what?
just called out Neil.
Oh, well. You know what, though? The only thing that Neil could get me with, this is the only thing I'll be worried about from Neil, is he doesn't have an iPhone. He carries around one of those brick phones.
Yeah.
If he whipped that out and hit me on the head, over.
Yeah,
he
true.
would total me with one of those brick phones. That's
Me
like
and-
a weapon.
Me and Friendly Geordies are the same person physically.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a lot more intelligent than me.
Yeah.
Right? So he probably might be able to plan a better fight strategy.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been hitting the world.
No,
You
I
can
don't
tell.
think so. No.
So, I mean, neither have I really. So
No, neither of you.
might be an even. I have this week
Yeah.
because I was contractually kind of obliged to with the Patreon.
Well, yeah. So with the Patreon, we've it's gone nuts. Thank you so much to everyone who signed up. That's really cool. We passed our first goal in a couple of days,
Which means I have to hit the world gym every day with proof for a week.
yeah,
I did 2 days, then missed the day, so I had to start again.
over. Yeah.
And then I'm now up to my second day.
Okay, of the start over, and you've
Yeah,
been
I did
putting
yesterday.
proof in the secret sound off
Yeah.
section.
Did you read? You didn't read what happened yesterday on my run.
Nah.
So I did a run, and I had a Chinese the night before.
Yeah.
Went out with Meg to a Chinese restaurant, and I was feeling fine.
Yeah.
Then I think I had a bit of cereal in the morning.
Yeah.
The reason why I can't work out which white food I saw again.
Mm.
So I went for a run. Did one of my best times in the last year.
That's
3
good.
kilometers, right?
Yeah.
And I was running home.
Was that over a span of a couple of days, or?
No, one go without
Okay,
stopping.
that's
Yeah. And then I did some like push-ups. I went
Yeah.
to a public workout station. Been
Yeah.
trying to prove how many pull-ups I can do.
How many can you do?
But I don't want to say because it's not impressive. But I do it. I just want to say I do it after.
Before and after. That's what we want. On record, how many can you do now?
Well, after my
3.
3 kilometer run.
Yeah.
And 2 sets of 50 push-ups. So my
Yeah.
arms are already pretty tired.
Yeah.
I can do 7.
That's not that bad.
It's not.
It's
yeah,
not
I think
bad.
you should be able to do 10.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
As an adult male.
Yeah. But maybe fresh I could do 10. I might try it fresh one day
Probably.
and see if I can do it. But I'll probably get like 9.
Man, I remember back in the day,
pretty hard.
I could actually do 20 wide grip.
I do them
pull-ups.
like this grip.
Yeah, that's a lot easier. The wide grips ones are much harder.
Really?
I can do like
'Cause
20, which
I
is
find
nuts.
it hard to. I
can't do
always
that
do the
now.
rotating swing thing. And
What's that?
you know, well, if you get, it's really easy to do it if you swing yourself up.
Oh,
each
kipping.
time.
So
But I
cheating.
don't do that. That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
But I find it hard to like. You really got to
Do it properly.
Yeah, do it properly. You've got to like really keep yourself still and do it slowly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you do it fast,
It's
then
nothing.
you
It's
just
just
start
momentum.
swinging, yeah.
And then it's not anything. That's how they do it at CrossFit. It
Yeah.
looks hilarious. It looks like they're dolphins like coming in and out of
Yeah,
the
that-
water. Doing no reps.
But so I went on this run right on the way
Yeah.
home. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was dehydrated or something I ate. I just started munting for 5 minutes straight on the side of the road.
That's so fun.
Right, I was just like full munting up white shit. I don't know what happened. And I'm sorry.
Is it because you exercise too hard?
I think I just like went pretty hard this day for some reason. I don't think I realized.
Because
And then
I've done that.
yeah, but I do it a lot though.
Actually,
fair
the only
bit.
time I spewed was like my first ever
I used to
proper
when I
session.
used to like actually run and
Yeah.
train really hard. I used to sometimes if I'd had wrong thing to
Too
eat
many
beforehand.
whoppers.
Yeah, this was before my Whopper days. My Whopper days have gotten more frequent, and yeah, and
I've seen
Higher
some
quantity.
people posting on our Reddit video of them like running to Hungry Jacks. It's really good. I'm really glad that our community's got behind the garbage
People have
to that
even
extent.
embraced my culture, which
Yeah.
is running to and from Hungry Jack's. Yeah, never walk because you got to burn it off.
Yeah.
The exercise is better at Hungry Jack's should be their new slogan. Yeah. So then there happened to be an ambulance driving past slowly. I think
Oh, great.
there was someone must have hurt themselves. Not sure. They would have just seen me, like vomiting on the
Yeah.
side of the road. They slowed down. Bloke stuck his head out and goes, "You right, mate?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, fine." And then I went, "Ugh." And then he just drove off. Didn't even really check if I was okay.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah,
That's enough.
I was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I vomited everywhere in front of an ambulance. So that's how my training's going. Not up to a great start.
That's good.
But it is a start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a whopper from like 2 weeks
Probably.
ago.
Yeah, it's just come back around like a boomerang. Okay, so you're on day 2 now. So
Yeah.
do you reckon you're going to make it to the full 7?
Well, yeah, I'm not going away. That was the problem. I was still going away every week. I was
Yeah.
I was touring with Frenchie's regional shows during the week.
Yeah.
So I found myself in Shepparton at 1 a.m.
That's a
and I
Frenchie
wasn't
tour.
staying there.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? I need to
Oh,
drive
so you
home
had to go
tonight."
home.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I was like, "What am I doing?"
You didn't want to cuddle up with Frenchie?
Nah, I'm good. I had shit to do in the morning, so I
Yeah.
was like, nah, I gotta go home. So yeah, it's hard when you are away to keep the consistency up.
Yeah.
But this week, I think I'm home the whole week, so it shouldn't be a problem.
That's good.
I can back myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
I haven't worked out today yet, so I need to work out tonight. Otherwise, I'm screwed it again.
That's good. Well, we'll keep you guys
Yeah.
posted because you do have to do this because they have paid
I know,
for this.
I know.
So if you don't do this, they're not going to trust us with any other
I know.
goals we've added.
I know.
So
Yeah.
this is really our rant.
I don't know what do you want me to do? I literally ran so hard I vomited.
Yeah.
So I'm trying.
Okay.
Right? I'm putting an effort.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling with consistency
Okay.
and caring a bit.
Okay. But yeah, back to the Logan Paul KSI fight. The only reason Logan lost was because he punched KSI after the bell and got deducted 2 points.
But KSI
So-
did that to him in the last fight.
No, he was falling down. It was like a knockout type thing, and then Logan punched him in the back of the head twice as he was falling, which is an illegal hit.
Oh,
it wasn't
just
after the bell.
in the moment type thing, or do you
Yeah.
think he did
Do you
it on
reckon
purpose?
And
he
then-
was just kept on swinging because he wasn't
That's
thinking?
kind of
or-
what it looked like.
Yeah.
And it was like just a fight mentality. But then he also slipped at one point, which they called a knockdown or something. I don't know boxing, but it was a slip.
Yeah,
It
if you
wasn't a
get
punch,
punched down. Oh, so Logan slipped. He didn't get hit down.
but it was counted as a hit.
Yeah, I guess that's weird.
And they showed it in the replay, and Logan was like, "I clearly slipped."
yeah.
So can't you protest stuff? No.
Yeah, they are contesting it. You
Yeah.
can contest
Oh,
it.
they're contesting it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so he
'Cause a
still
lot of people
could win.
Well, thought
that-
it was
I have
bullshit.
I think I have the scorecards.
Because it was
up.
like really, really close.
Keelan sent me some Jake Paul drama alert video this morning, and I
Love
just
drama
want to let
alert.
you know that I didn't watch it.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good. It was just Jake Paul clearly off his face,
Ah,
like
okay,
at
I
the
should've
night
watched
night
that.
of the fight, drunk out of his mind, calling the whole boxing, like the whole industry out as rigged and corrupt. And
What
all
would
of
he
these
know about boxing?
all of these fighters, he's like, we've been in this game for not very long, about a year.
Oh, he's very drunk.
Yeah.
It's too quiet. Oh yeah, he's just saying it's bullshit, and he's clearly drunk. He sounds like me in a fucking Hungry Jack's. He's about to run home with a Whopper in his hand,
Yeah, but
and that is not a guy that you want to be giving,
No way.
asking an opinion for.
later in the video, he calls out
Oh.
the whole system as corrupt. Like there's these people going to dinner with these people. He calls the whole business corrupt. And in the comments, there are all of these like professional fighters going, "I'll fucking kill you, bro. I'll fight you. If you want to be in the system, I'll fight you." Like all these like scary as
Idiot.
real fighters.
Yeah.
It's great.
But the scorecards showed that it was only a difference of 2 points in the end. So if he hadn't had those 2 points deducted, he would have won for sure.
Yeah. Because in the clips that I've seen, he did look like he was kind of dominating KSI.
He dominated the entire fight. And
So
that's
if it
not
was
I don't think that's unbiased to say.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of people were saying that.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people hate Logan so much that
Yeah.
there was a lot of biased people, I think. because like the whole crowd was booing him, even in his home city, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what. By the way, I don't know much about KSI. I know why everyone hates Logan.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen from KSI, this might be an unpopular opinion. To me, he's an unlikable piece of shit, even
agree.
more so than KSI.
Logan Paul.
Oh, sorry,
What are
yeah.
you saying?
KSI is way more unlikable than Logan Paul, in my opinion.
I haven't seen much of him. I've just seen
All the press conferences, it's so cringy, like the jokes that he makes and
the
stuff.
press conference.
He comes off really
hilarious.
badly in every bit of press they do for these fights, and that's all I've ever seen of him. I've never watched him on YouTube, so I don't know.
The press stuff was.
He just comes off
fucking-
as really
The
unlikable.
press shit made me like Logan.
Yeah,
Like he
Logan
was
funny.
funny as fuck. I was just asking him math questions.
Yeah, that's funny.
And that's genius for like so many reasons, because if KSI doesn't answer the question, obviously makes him look like he doesn't know the answer, so he looks like an idiot. But if he does answer the questions, all Logan has to do is ask two more, eventually find something that he doesn't know,
Yes.
and then he looks like an idiot. So it's so fucking smart. I love
Yeah.
that.
But even just like the
What's
stuff,
10 times 10?
100.
It's 100.
The-
I was piercing myself.
the stuff that like KSI says back, and then goes like he does that laugh. He's like, and I'm like, dude, it's not funny. And he kind of, I just think he's really cringy, and I think
He's just a nerd. He's just like a gamer nerd guy.
I think he's a bit slow.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he comes off as like he's probably a nice guy, but fuck, he doesn't come off well in that high pressure environment. I just don't think
It would be very hard because
Yeah.
Logan's got experience, because he was definitely a high school bully for sure.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
He's got experience. That's why he dominated, because he's like, oh, bully a guy who plays video games all day? I could do that for free.
I learnt this for free in Ohio.
yeah.
yeah.
So that's good that he's taking his skills there. But I love that
But I just don't know why everyone likes KSI. That's what I'm confused
he's
about.
huge in England.
Yeah, but a lot of people are like, why was Logan getting booed? I know why Logan was getting booed, but why weren't they both getting booed?
I think the
Is
real
my
question
point.
here is, why would you show up? Why would you buy
Yeah.
tickets and go?
Yeah.
It's fucking
wild.
But it is really, really cool to see how much like YouTubers have dominated. Like that's a mainstream media thing. Like the news was covering it. That's
Yeah.
huge. They sold out the Staples Center. Like that's
the
really,
power of the
really
internet.
changing. It's fucking cool, because that was
Do you reckon they sold it out because of KSI and Logan, or because it was just a pro fight event and those things often sell out anyway?
no, I think it was for sure KSI Logan.
Justin Bieber just posted a photo of KSI and Logan Paul and said, reality, Logan Paul, champion.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking Justin Bieber
and Justin-
talking about YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's also technically came off YouTube as well.
Well, yeah,
He's also part of that generation of like,
yeah.
I think to their credit, the fight was really good. I mean, for like the event and the size of it, but also their fight in the point scoring shows that last year it wasn't rigged, because this fight would have been a draw if he hadn't have lost the 2
How
points.
they're
crazy
very
would it
evenly
have
matched.
been if it was a draw?
So it
again?
kind of shows that last year it wasn't rigged. That's what I
Yeah.
thought when I saw it.
Yeah, because there's no way they would do it twice. That'd be so stupid.
3 times.
3 times? They've only fought twice.
That's what I mean. You said there's no way they'd do it twice. They already have done it twice.
No, they'd rig it twice. Is what I
Oh,
mean.
right.
Yeah.
I thought you meant there's no way they'd do a third rematch.
I fucking hope to God there is not a third one.
But it's crazy.
KSI said he definitly wouldn't do it.
Oh, smart.
Logan
'Cause he
was like,
knows
"I'll
that he
do
would
it."
get trashed.
Yeah, the KSI has nothing to prove now. He's beaten
Yeah.
him. Well, drawed once, beaten him.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's beaten Joe Weller. Smash that dude. Man, he was milking it, that Joe Weller guy on YouTube. He uploaded like 8 videos interviewing people. That's another thing. It's good for the YouTube community.
Yeah.
Everyone gets millions of views out of it.
Yeah.
This whole drama. It was like all over trending this week.
Yeah.
It made
wild.
Joe Weller relevant again.
Yeah. Seriously though, Jordan Shanks, I'll fuck you up.
All right. Shall we move on here from this fucking YouTuber bullshit?
Oh, we need to plan our awards show.
We do.
I think I'm tired today, I'll be honest. You
Oh,
keep
yeah.
looking at me going like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know.
No, I think I'm sick. You're tired, and it's just one of
I
those
got home from
episodes, guys.
Frankston at 2 a.m.
Yeah, just came from Hobart, surrounded by ducks, and I'm fucked.
Why were there so many ducks in
Quack.
Hobart?
Because it was right next to it. Was that is what they did. That's all me and that's the level that the tour. Me and Keelan have spent too much time together. Like, we got home yesterday and now we're still together. All we did in the hotel, we had nothing to talk about, but there were ducks outside the window. So every now and then we'd be in silence for 20 minutes, no speaking, and one of us would go, "Quack," and then we would both laugh.
And you know what else is quite funny about that is people have paid on our Patreon the second goal, which we've hit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. $1,000 a month. We were going to vlog all the shit memes of the tour.
Yeah.
Now, when we go on tour, that is the standard.
That's what you're going
That's
to get.
what you're going to get is whack.
Like
You're gonna get-
silence and then and everybody laughs for no reason. So I hope you guys are excited for that. We are.
A good expectation of what you can expect. If you want to know what you can expect from these tour vlogs, go to my old vlog channel, Life of Luke, and watch
Yeah.
the New Zealand tour
Yes.
documentary where it was the last time Lewis and I went on tour together.
Yeah.
Like away. Because we haven't really done that. We've done shows together.
We've never toured
We
together.
haven't toured together in a while.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you can expect. And I think
Rubbish.
by the end of that, it was us smacking walls and then laughing.
And the roof of a car.
Yeah.
I can't even remember
And
where that
obscure
started.
knocking.
Yeah.
Where we'd walk into each other's hotel rooms and we'd handstand on each other's doors and a knock in the most obscure way.
I'm still nursing a shoulder injury from that.
Yes,
Not
worth
good.
it.
Meh,
Definitely worth it.
Not really.
Yeah, it was
for
good
me,
fun.
maybe for you.
I thought it was
Still
very
hurts.
funny. It was very good comedy. So yeah, our live shows are coming up.
LukeandLewis5.com for your tickets. Brisbane.
I haven't checked, but I
haven't
would think
checked.
it's.
I'd imagine it'd be less than 10 by now.
It was less than 10 last week, so let's
Ooh.
hope it's still less
Hurry
than
up.
10 unless someone's got a refund.
Yeah, hopefully not. Melbourne was like 2/3 full.
Yeah.
Adelaide was embarrassing, and Perth is doing pretty good. And Sydney is like
Sydney's also pretty
filling
good.
up.
So get your ticks. A lot of people messaging me going, "What's the show?" It's a live podcast. Maybe they're not people who listen to this show.
Yeah.
You would know that, but maybe some people have seen on social media going, "So it's just you and Lewis doing stand up." We will be doing stand up beforehand, but we are recording this show
Yeah.
live on stage for you guys. We'll be doing your fave segments. We've got something planned for each show. Brisbane is going to be the opening ceremony of
I'm
the
excited
tour.
for Brisbane.
We have a few big things planned for that.
Luke's got an hour-long interpretive dance segment to open up.
We had not discussed this.
And he's got costumes.
We
There's
have
going
not
to be
discussed this.
pyrotechnics.
No.
He's hired
Don't
like
set the bar so
40
high.
dancers.
No, who is actually opening the show? Much, I was gonna say better. It's not. Is Keelan?
Keelan's
Keelan's
going to be
gonna
opening
be
the
opening-
opening ceremony.
Now he's going to be doing his first ever try at stand-up comedy for
Yeah.
you guys in Brisbane. Now a lot of people wanted him to do it throughout the tour because they're like, I live in Adelaide and I want to see Keelan's 5 minutes. We said
He has to earn
that he has to earn that, and by that is if Brisbane deem it good enough, and if Keelan gets a standing ovation,
that he earns. Not,
he's-
that is not just given to him because it's funny.
we can't police that.
Yeah.
But if Keelan gets a standing ovation
I'm
in
going to be
Brisbane,
in. I will police that. Actually, I'm going to be in the crowd with a bat, and if I think I'm going to watch everyone, and if someone stands up but they weren't laughing that much, bang!
you cannot assault our crowd.
Yes, I can.
You're getting
and that's
very
a promise.
agitated. This you've already said you'd
I mean,
fold Neil
I'm-
Kolhatkar in half, and now you're threatening our audience.
That's
in
actually going to
Brisbane.
be how I'm opening the Sydney show. Is
Yeah.
I'm going to drag Neil out by the hair and fold him into a swan. I love Neil. I don't want
Everyone's
this
gonna be like-
podcast to end with like, oh, Neil and Lewis have beef. How weird. I love Neil. I am joking. Unless
No, seriously though, Neil, he'll fuck you up. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so if Keelan gets a standing ovation in Brisbane,
Yeah.
then he will open every single show with the same 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
we'll see how many standing ovations he gets across the tour.
yeah, Keelan's been telling me about his gear. Not gonna lie, pretty good.
I mean, you want to be good
I
at
don't
comedy.
think you
'cause
guys should go after me because I'm gonna crush.
You don't think we can follow your
I
set?
don't think you can follow.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you
you
reckon
kidding me?
we couldn't follow you with the hour 20 we're gonna have?
Nah.
No.
Everyone's gonna go, oh, this sucks. Keelan was so
Mate,
much better.
People haven't heard the fog bit.
Yeah, true. You're competing with the
You're
fog bit, the
competing
famous
with
fog
the
bit.
fog bit.
I don't know. My story is pretty good.
I mean, I'm only going to do it upon request, but I mean, the people probably want to hear it.
I gotta say, I reckon if Luke gets on stage and everyone goes fog bit, if Luke goes, all right, I'll do the fog bit, whole crowd's gonna stand up before it even starts. They're going to be, fuck yeah, the fog bit's happening. They're all going to stand up. Woo! I'm so excited. I reckon they're going to applaud for 20 minutes before he even starts the bit. It's going to be crazy.
Are you saying this because you want people to stand up?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm
It
saying that
seems-
that's definitely what's going to happen.
Seems like that's.
Is you're going to come out. I'm
Seems
going to
like
say,
you're putting it into people's minds
no, that's not
of
what
what
I'm
you
trying to.
want them to do.
No, I would never do that. What I'm saying is this is definitely
it
what's
seems
going
like
to
you're
happen.
trying to ruin my set before it starts.
No, I'm
almost.
saying that what's going to happen is I'm going to say, welcome to the stage, Luke, and before I even finish your name, they're going to go, fog bit! He's got fog bit! Woo! It's the guy who does the fog bit. You're going to be like Psy. Like nobody knows who Psy is, but everybody knows Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
But it'll be, oh, you're the fog bit guy. Oppa fog bit. and there's going to be a dance to it,
Yeah.
mate. It'll go viral.
Yeah. Okay. It seems like you're trying to ruin my life a little.
No, I'm just saying that every show you do for the rest of your career is going to be like, oh, do the fog bit
Well,
again.
that's what I mean about the life.
No, I would never.
It's annoying.
Sometimes the things you create just get out of hand.
You've created this.
And I know, it's gotten out of hand.
But yeah, that's what we have planned for the Brisbane show. Also, oh yes, and then we move on to Sydney.
Yeah.
We have a special guest locked in for Sydney.
Ooh.
Do you know about this? I don't think you do.
Do I?
Keelan does.
I know about
I know about some
You
special
never read
guests.
our group chat. Look,
I know that you've reached out. Is that what you're talking about?
no, this is for Sydney.
Oh, Sydney.
That's for our awards night in Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
this one I'm excited about.
Yeah. Put it this way.
Because the race out isn't confirmed.
No, the
racing out's confirmed.
I will get to that.
Okay.
But the Sydney guest, all I'm going to say is, hopefully, an old segment that we love on this show
That was
will return.
Mhm.
That's all I'm going to say
for the final time.
final time.
Because for reasons out of our hands,
Yep.
can't do the segment anymore. Unless
So if
You're in
you
person.
come to the Sydney show, expect that and 14 minutes of admin. So great. There's a lot to look forward to there.
Is that because we're going to be doing 46 minutes of the old segment?
Maybe. Yeah. And then it would just be 14 minutes of admin and that might be the whole show. No,
Yeah.
we've got a lot of fun stuff planned.
Yeah.
And then Melbourne is, I guess, the Night of Nights, the social event of the year.
Yep.
It's your number one social event on your calendar. If
right.
it isn't marked in on your calendar, November 30 in Melbourne, buy a calendar. Mark it in.
That's right.
Because it is the first annual Luke and Lewis Loogies Awards Night. It's like the
This
Logies,
is a gross name, isn't
but
it?
better.
Yep, the Loogies.
The Loogies. Now, a few people in the Discord were arguing about how it should be spelt because obviously it's a combination of our names, Luke and Lewis. Loogies makes sense. Is
Yeah.
it Lewigies or Lugies? Like Lou?
Well, the problem is if it's LEW makes sense.
It looks better.
The G doesn't make sense at all.
Loogies. That's the G.
But you don't. But G is not in either of our names.
No, but that's where the parody of Logies starts.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the L is from my name.
Yeah.
It's not from the Logies.
No, I would say the L is from my name. The EW is from Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Now,
All right.
if anyone thinks the L is from Lewis's name,
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Idiot.
You're being mistaken.
Yeah.
The
The G is from the Logies, and then the
IES is also from the Logies.
so I get 2 letters, you get 1, and the rest is just the Logies.
Yeah, otherwise we could get one letter each and call it the Loogies, LU.
We could share the L, and then I get 2.5 letters.
No, but we could do one each, which is LUGAS. So it's the L is for you and the U is in my name, Luke.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is getting complicated. It doesn't matter how it's spelt. We're going to say interpret it as you want. It's called the Loogies and it's the social
It's got
event of the
interpretive
year.
spelling.
Yes.
So come up with your own logos if you want. Chuck them in the Reddit or the secret sound off section,
Yep.
and we'll.
Pick the
we
best
won't.
one.
No, we won't pick the best one because it's interpretive. So that'll be the best one that you make, and we'll
Yeah.
make our own version in our own head, and there'll be no official spelling
Great.
other than the G, which is the Logies
Yeah,
G.
GIES definitely confirmed for the spelling.
Yeah, because we need
The-
that for the Logies parody.
First half of the name. Look, it does look better this way because it looks more like Logies.
Yeah, it does.
So maybe we should just make it the Loogies like that. LUGAS. Yeah? Yeah, all right. We need
All
to
right.
settle on a name.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the Loogies LU.
Guys, interpretive spelling, scratch that.
Scratch that.
We've just officially interpreted it.
Now, things we need to discuss before. Obviously, we're planning the biggest social event of the year,
Of course.
of everyone's social calendar.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
We need to organize trophies
Yeah.
for the awards,
Yep.
obviously. Dress code. I was thinking
Yeah.
black tie event.
Uh-huh.
Up. I'm not saying formal, just black tie event.
So you could wear...
You can wear sporties and a black tie. I don't give a shit. T-shirt, just put a black tie over it.
So, ladies, dress, black tie.
Black tie.
You could... you don't have to be wearing it around your neck, ladies. You could tie your hair up
Headband.
with the black tie.
Black tie.
Headband, that would look cute.
It is a black tie event. You
Yep.
can that is something you can interpret. You
Yep.
can interpret black tie event
Yep.
however you want. Doesn't mean it's not formal.
Black hair tie.
Look, if we look, let's be honest. If maybe we do get a special guest because we have to contractually on the show suit up for said special guest.
Yeah.
We may be in suits. Probably will be. It's
Yep.
our awards night. We
Yeah,
should.
we've
be wearing
raced
suits.
out. It's looking promising. Can't
It's-
confirm anything.
We'll get to that soon.
Yeah.
It is looking promising though.
Okay.
But we will be wearing suits. However, we're not, it's not a it's a black tie event. It's not a formal event. It's just in a theater, right?
Yeah.
So interpret that as you will. We want to see a lot of black ties in the audience.
That's right.
I want to see maybe a guy wearing a tradie top, buttoned up, black
Black
tie.
tie.
Like
That's
a high
good.
high vis would be nice.
Yep. Wouldn't mind seeing one of those tuxedo T-shirts that have a tie printed on it.
That's good.
That's good.
Bow tie.
I like that.
You could also you could wear your pajamas and just chuck a black tie.
That's good. If you're into BDSM, you could come wearing a black tie around your eyes and a
Yep.
ball gag.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd love to see that.
Yes, and a bondage leather
Harness.
suit with selective holes.
Yep.
Great. Maybe cover up the holes.
Yeah. Maybe scratch that. I think we had a good where I was
say
at.
you can interpret it however you want.
Guys, it's time to interrupt whatever we were saying with something more important. Nobby.com.au to get the best underwear in the game. $20 a month, you get a fresh pair sent to your letterbox.
You do. I was gonna write the plug so everyone knew watching what,
Yeah.
but I didn't get time.
Well, that's all right. We don't need that because everybody knows how good Nobby underwear is,
Yeah.
right? It'll get sent straight to your letterbox, maybe a PO box. If you're a woman, straight to your box. So get your Nobby underwear. Luke's pulling it out right now. Hopefully he's not going to get his ass out. Great, he's not.
I've got my whale boys on today.
Yep.
I just did moon the camera, but
Yep.
just with dugongs and whales that are on my underwear.
And that's great. That's like, where else are you going to get underwear with dugongs on it that aren't like
Can't
garbage
get my
from
pants
Kmart?
back up.
Oh no, this is an emergency. And where else are you going to find a company that when we go, oh, we were thinking of promoting you by Luke pulling down his pants and then struggling to put them back on. Where else are you going to find a company that goes, boys, great idea.
Get it done, is what they said.
So nobby.com.au, grab your underwear, $20 a month. They're really good. We do stand by the product and they support us, so we're going to support them back.
Also got a very exciting email because we're part of the club now. We
Yep.
get them every month. Next Thursday, they're arriving.
Oh, do we know what
Did you
they
get
are?
one?
Yeah,
No,
I've
it's
got
a
an email.
surprise. That's the whole thing. It's a surprise package for your package.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
it is
it's a surprise box for your box if you're a
Awesome.
female.
Great. I'm actually very
That's the thing,
excited.
guys and girls. We probably don't talk about that enough because we obviously promote the men's range a lot.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
Our
we're
girlfriend's got them. Jazz
Yeah.
loves hers.
Yeah, so does Meg.
Yep.
They're great undies.
Yep, and they got
Very
bras
comfy.
too.
Yeah.
They fit well. I don't know much about
They have-
bra sizes, but they fit Jazz well. She put in her measurements and
They
they
have
fit really
different, there's measurements on their website, but also they have different types as well, I've found out.
well. Oh, okay.
They have
For women.
sports ones, there's bralettes and then something else. Look, I'm not an expert, but I learnt this from doing the music festival with them.
Oh,
way.
but you know where you can find out all the types of underwear?
Nobby.com.au. Also,
right.
if you're overseas, it still works. They ship overseas.
Oh, cool.
A few
Great.
people were messaging us going like, "Oh, I realized that they ship internationally. Obviously,
Yep.
they're a big company."
Great. So grab your underwear, nobby.com.au. Now let's get back to whatever we were saying.
Probably something good.
Oh, amazing. Not as good as this, but pretty good.
Quack.
But if you come with your pussy out, you'll absolutely be denied entry.
Yeah.
So,
Now let's move on to reacing out. Obviously, we reached out to our friend
yeah.
Reese Maston.
Yep.
We want him to be.
We're happy to confirm that we have reached out.
We've reached out
It's
to him.
huge. That's amazing.
And I was literally
Yeah.
halfway through musical. I went to that musical Come From Away on
Yeah.
the weekend. I received a text
Where'd they come from?
away,
Yep.
elsewhere.
Cool.
And halfway
like that
through,
one?
strictly no phones in the theater.
Okay.
My phone goes off my pocket.
Yeah.
I knew who I was waiting on a text
call?
for.
Text.
A phone. Yeah, text.
Yeah.
So it goes
I know it was a phone. Because
Yeah.
you said, I've got a phone. And then I
Sorry.
said, was that a call? You said, no, it was a phone.
yeah, a text
Yeah, okay, good.
on my phone.
Just that'd be fucking weird if you were at the theater and someone just chucked a phone at your head. Oi!
yeah. So I knew who I was waiting for a text from.
Yep.
I heard it buzz. No, strictly no phones.
Yep.
I did one of these ones. You're in your dark room.
Yep.
Lowered the volume.
Yep.
Read it. It was from Reese Maston. I went, I'm going to have to
Fuck the
wait till
policy.
afterwards. I couldn't concentrate for the rest of the show because I was like, I need to know what this says. But I don't want to be the guy that gets his phone out the
So
cinema.
what happened in the play?
It was about, do you not know what it's about?
I was just saying, I was testing if you were paying attention
I
or
mean,
thinking about the
it
text.
ended, I think. I was just thinking about the text.
Oh, okay.
I remember it got standing ovation because
Yeah.
that was when I started looking at my phone.
Oh,
Reese said, mate, been in the studio all week, completely missed your text because I did text him about 5 days ago.
yep, that's good. But that's fine because Reese Maston is a hard worker.
Yeah.
He's been in the studio working on more hits.
He said, just seen it. Sorry about that. And obviously, yeah, I was fine with that because I was
fine.
like, mate, I want to hear what
I
you've
mean,
been
a
working
response
on.
is enough. I could get a response from him in a year and I'd be stoked.
So he's playing a festival that day in
Of course he is.
Gambia, which is about an hour and a bit out of
Gambia.
Melbourne. Gambia?
So what is he doing, like Coachella?
Yeah, I mean, it's at a theme park. It's at the theme park in Gambia.
Gambia World.
Gambia World, yes.
Is that
It's like a water slide
That's like-
park.
you're not taking the piss? That's
No, that's what it's
No,
called.
that's what it's
okay.
called.
All right, great.
Used
And
to be
that's-
Gambia Park and they've
and
rebranded.
everyone's heard of Gambia Festival.
Obviously.
It's huge.
He goes, I think I'm around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Haven't got the times yet. What time would you need me there?
Yep.
Hit him back up, said, no worries at all, mate. Hope the studio session is going well.
That's good.
Because
I
I do.
like that because that's acknowledging
Yeah.
and forgiving him for the delayed response, which is fine.
I said, we wouldn't need you there
Yep.
till around 9 p.m.
Okay, that's good.
I said, we can organise transport from our very good friend,
good.
Radio Mike,
Yep.
to get you there. We can send out a car. And I've contacted Mike about this.
Yep.
Mike's down. I
Okay.
said, Mike, clear your schedule. And he goes, Luke, already have it. It's the social event of the year. It's marked in my calendar.
Of course, good.
And Mike is happy to drive out to what's it called? Gambia World.
Gambia World.
How
As
big's the
soon
drive?
as Reese Maston gets off stage, right?
He gets in the
We're
Mike's
going to
car.
pick him up in a car. We'll clean the car. We'll vacuum it. That'll
Yeah.
be fine. It'll be
Okay.
like 5-star.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can have beers in the back. We'll get
Yeah.
a rider, whatever he needs.
That's good.
We can have a phone call. We could be calling him live as they're heading back to Melbourne
That's
with
good.
Mike. And
This is good.
this is the plan to get Reese Maston to
Yeah.
obviously headline
Yeah.
our first annual Loogies
course.
Awards night because we wanted the best act in the business.
Absolutely.
We're not idiots.
Now, I'm glad that that's all locked in, and I'm stoked to have Reese Maston.
No, it's not locked in.
Oh,
He said
probably.
I said we can organise transport. Can you make it? He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in the studio.
He's probably in
dude.
the studio.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and that's totally fine. Now, it's actually good that he has not responded because this gives us time to work out something. The biggest problem with that, love Mike picking him up, love organised transport.
You're going to talk about Mike's driving?
Yes. He will kill Reese Maston. He is the worst driver I've ever been in a car with. One time, we almost crashed into someone who wasn't doing the wrong thing, didn't come out of nowhere, wasn't a surprise, wasn't even
was in the car.
a shocking red light.
And it
it
was
was
a-
just right in front of us, and Mike wasn't looking forwards.
It was a 40 zone as well.
And it was a 40 zone. Still almost crashed. I, in the passenger seat, said, "Whoa, look out!" And I was looking forward, and I didn't say look out for ages because I thought, well, Mike's looking forward, so surely he can see the impending car crash that's coming. Didn't see it.
We drove because Keelan wanted to get KFC one time, obviously.
I was on keto then. I wasn't eating.
Right, well,
You
He
guys
just wanted
had
to
go.
smell it.
he wanted to
Yeah.
he
He
wanted
was
to go
just
there.
sniff, bro.
He's like, I just want to finger licking good time. And he just wanted to go and be around the secret herbs and spices. And we were all going there together.
I've
It's only
never
about
seen-
5 minutes away. He almost hit someone. This was another incident. And then he also crashed in the car in front, remember? He wasn't looking at the road. And I was like, Mike! And he goes, oh!
Oh, yeah. And that was like a 7-minute drive, and that was
Yeah.
almost 2 fatal accidents in a row. So Reese Maston may die.
So should we not send out Mike?
No, I was thinking we send Mike out in a limo. So he's just more careful.
Is Mike driving or is he just in the limo? Are we hiring a limo to pick Reese Maston up?
$2,000 a month on
I'll be honest,
Patreon?
it's-
We'll get a fucking limo for Reese Maston.
No, I feel like it seems like an unnecessary expense.
don't you want to treat Reese Master with the respect he deserves? Imagine a fucking limo pulling up to Gumbaya World.
We wouldn't even
That
be
Mike's not even driving. He's just in the back seat for company and good vibes for Reese Master. Hang on. Can you look up how much does a limo cost for a night?
I don't think they're cheap because I remember paying about $40 each, like when I was in high school,
true.
going
You
to like
used to
year
split
10
them.
formal,
And it was
amongst
like 12 people.
12 people, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're like $500.
$95 to $130 an hour.
Oh, okay. How long's the drive?
It's an hour and a bit each way.
So
It'll be
Probably like
3 hours.
no, it'd be like 5 from the depot to dropping him off, waiting because he's not going to get off stage and straight in. Reese Mason's so busy; he'll probably go to the studio for 5 days and then jump in the limo.
That's true.
So
Look, well,
$3,000 a month on Patreon. We'll get a limo for Reese Maston. Yes.
yeah,
All right,
3,000.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, sorry, I got an updated price: $210 to $350 an hour.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
I think
But-
you made a big call.
$3,000 a month. Luke and I will chip in some of our own money. We'll get it done. We'll send a limo driver and Radio Mike for good vibes.
Yep. Great.
And he'll film the whole thing because he's not driving.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
All right. And the last thing we need to get to, so that's one thing. Last
Yep.
thing to do with the awards night is the awards. Some of the ideas I have so
Yep.
far for awards
Okay.
would be most famous TikTok influencer,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
which is annoying. Because I had a brief surge last night.
Verify.
One of my videos, I got 142 followers last night. So I'm chasing you as hard, or are you growing by that much a day?
I think I'm at 12.3.
Damn it. I'm on 2,300.
And I'm
Trailing.
verified.
Keelan has, and I quote this morning,
492.
got bored and lost interest in this competition, he reckons. You know what? We said you're going to burn out, man. You were uploading like 6 TikToks a day for 3 weeks and you burnt out.
You know why?
I got
Because he
no
hit
good
his
content.
peak when he uploaded a video of him reacting to the poo. And he was like, well, there's never going to be anything funnier than that. So he quit.
Also, we're going to be doing the award Best Guest 2019. Obviously, we'll do it every year.
Yep.
Now,
Am I eligible for that?
no, you're not a guest. You're the co-host of this show, but you're eligible for Best Co-host, but good luck with that one
Okay.
because there is strong competition.
Yeah.
And we're also going to do Crumb of the Year. Now, this is not an award you want.
No.
It's kind of like if you ever watched that show.
I've got to say, a lot of these awards look like fucking shoo-ins. Like, I think you could definitely guess who's going to win all
you
of
can
these.
definitely guess who's going to win Best Co-host for sure.
Yeah, it'll be Radio Mike 2.0.
But Crumb of the Year, do you remember that segment that Husey used to do on Before the Game called Tool of the Week? Now, it's not a segment. It is a
Oh,
prize,
yeah.
but it's not a prize you want to win.
No, definitely not.
So it's kind of like you're mocked, and it's a shameful thing to win.
yeah.
So we will be doing the Crumb of
Who
the
did
Year.
he give those to?
Just like
Were they like-
people during the week who said dumb stuff in press conferences.
Yeah.
You know, like if
Yeah.
Eddie Maguire said something shit, he'd
Yeah,
he'd
so he'd
make
win
it
it
the
every
tool
week.
of the week. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Great.
And have you guys got any other awards? Should there be an award for most mistakes? I'll write that down.
Yeah, definitely. We need most
What
mistakes.
about best editor?
And, I think that's kind of the same award. You can't be winning too many.
How about we'll put best editor, but the caveat is if you win most mistakes, disqualified from that category.
I agree.
You'll be nominated for both, and we'll see.
Now I was thinking some opportunities.
Yeah.
Best sound off of the year.
Okay, I like
so that's
that.
like the
Best
Crumb of
sound
the Year,
off.
but the good one. That's the one you want to win. Best sounder.
Yeah.
So it's almost like best fan.
Yeah.
Best sounder of the year.
Yeah. I like that.
Now, I don't know how we're going to rule this.
I think we can be judges on that award.
Yeah. And you know what you win?
What?
Fat old loaf.
Big loaf of bread.
Big loaf of bread.
We'll post them a loaf of Wonder White bread.
Or if you're in the audience. Yeah, otherwise we'll post it to you.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to post food? Yeah.
Yeah. We just have to put a thing that says not safe for human consumption.
Yep.
Do not eat.
Yeah. It's an ornamental loaf.
That's good. I like that. It's great.
Good, that's the award for that one. And those are the awards I had so far.
Yep.
Obviously, sound off below if you know any, or if you can think of any awards that we're missing. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yep.
Because this is the first annual Loogies. We want to build it with you guys.
We want it to happen every year.
Yeah.
For sure.
So if you guys, have any ideas, and it might end up becoming a legacy.
Man,
So-
how good would it be in like
you can be
a
like to
few
your
years'
grandkids,
time?
I was there at the first
Yeah.
annual Loogies.
In a few years'
What an
time,
event.
if the Loogies become so big that we could pick a host for it, and then they get the job, and then they get cancelled on Twitter, and they have to apologize for
Yes.
old tweets, and then we have to like scramble to replace them with
Yeah.
someone who has no opinions.
This year,
That'd be
we're
great.
going to host the Loogies. We'll host
Where
the
is
first
it?
one.
It's Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can host it. Or
Yeah.
should we get someone else to MC it?
Well, Mike's in Melbourne. He could be the
Mike's
MC.
going to might be in a limo, mate.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's busy. Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about that and see if we can get a host or
Okay.
if we'll host it. But we'll host it unless.
Yep. Great.
Cool.
And and also, in case you didn't hear a few weeks ago, if Reese Maston can't make it to the Loogies and be the musical act, don't worry. We've thought about it. We have a backup.
Yeah.
Keelan is going to perform Good Night on any musical instrument of his choice. It
Looks
can
like
be a
xylophone.
marimba. It can be the
Xylophone.
triangle, maracas even.
Maracas.
I mean, maracas is you not trying. I would prefer you.
I would love to see him up there with the maracas. That'd be fucking sick.
I will if you. I would prefer to be in charge of percussion. To be honest, I would prefer to be there with my tambourine. So maybe if you could learn the melody on any instrument, even if it's the xylophone, like.
I'll be in charge of pressing play on the backing track.
No, but that's the thing. I don't want it. I want to be a cappella with just the music and Keelan.
We can't do that to everyone in the crowd.
Keelan said he'd be keen.
I would.
You'll
I'm
sing it by
surprised.
yourself, no backing track.
You have a lot of confidence for a guy that I don't think on the day will have a lot of confidence. Do you back yourself in front of 200 people?
Have you
reckon-
ever gotten up in front of a crowd before?
Yeah, I used to do it all the time.
When?
What?
When I went on exchange, I had to give lots of public speaking. I had to do it like every
And you
week.
never had a problem with it?
Never had a problem
And
with
were
it.
you the guy who cracked zingers in between your speech?
I-
He's the guy who smash singers every day.
No, I actually gave a speech in front of like 216-year-olds once, and
Yeah.
I killed. I murdered. Not literally.
Which that was
I was just funny.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just that funny.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. It means we've got the right man for the job. Well, great. And
That's great.
then we've got Adelaide and Perth, which Adelaide is the official party. Now, if we call
it's guys looking like a quiet one.
it might be a quiet
It's gonna be
party.
a very relaxed party.
Yes, but look, we'd love to make it a rager. So
Yeah.
lukeandlewis5.com if you want to crank it up a little more,
Yeah.
get a ticket. But currently, it'll be a little gav, a little backyard,
And there's
kinda
nothing wrong with that.
shindig.
We'll bring a glass table,
Yeah.
put some alcohol and some
Yeah.
ashtrays. We'll all sit around it.
Jeez, it might be quiet.
We'll see.
And then Perth for the kick-ons is looking a lot more of a rager.
You know what I'm thinking? I've got my
Adelaide is currently pre-drinks for Perth. And I
Yeah.
don't want it to be pre-drinks. It needs to be the official party.
Well-
But currently it's looking like pre's.
I've got a strategy. I'm going to Adelaide and Perth this weekend for my Lewis Spears
Promote.
tour.
You need
So,
to promote. Flyer on the
Originally,
street
I was
for our
thinking,
party.
oh, I'll do a great show. Fuck that. I'm going to do an hour of This Is Why You next week or in a couple of weeks' time
Yeah.
should come to the Luca Lewis
Party.
show.
I appreciate that.
And
And
I'll get up there and be like, hey, my name's Lewis Spears. Now, I was going to do a show, but I wanted to tell you about something else. It'll be like a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah,
you
that's
get
good.
in, and then I'm like, bang, selling you shit
and
you don't need.
if you have time before the show, can
Yeah.
you both go to Rundle Mall, stand next to the big balls, and flyer people like there's a crazy party happening in a few weeks?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
we'll
great.
do that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that'll be good.
Keelan's writing that down. Make up A5 flyers. Great.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Cool, 'cause
That's-
we
so
might need it.
Adelaide and Perth for my tour, more of a marketing exercise.
Yes.
Great, awesome.
And you went to Hobart on the weekend.
Yeah, I went to Hobart to do my show, and
You got
that-
sick.
Yeah, I got sick. Got to hang out with ducks. I've got the bird flu
Quack.
now. Yep, that's the noise they make. I went to visit Greeley in
How's it going?
in prison. He's doing good. He's been moved down to minimum security, which is great.
good.
A lot nicer for him.
That's more like just like a blocked off library, isn't it?
It really
minimum
is.
security.
Yeah. So
It's more of
uh,
a conference. With
when I went to
criminals.
visit him, you book it like a week in advance, and it's a big deal because obviously it's prison, it's very secure. And I went there, and my appointment was at 11. I got there, and I was like, "Hey, I'm here to see Andrew Greeley," and she goes, "Oh, your appointment was at 10." I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot." And she goes, "Well, he only gets one visit a week, and that's your visit, so can't see him." And I was like, "Oh, I've come from Melbourne. She's like, oh, I'll see what I can do. So they ended up rescheduling it, thank fuck, because apparently he's been a good boy in there, so that's good.
Right.
And they rescheduled it, but they obviously it wasn't put in the system properly. So when the guard came out, he's like, who are you here to see? And I'm like, oh, Andrew Greal. And he goes, oh, you're not on the list, and neither is he. That's right, I'll write it down here. Now, what I think happened is he wrote it down on his clipboard and didn't tell anybody else in the prison, because I got sent in there. It was at a different place. I went into the prison.
Was it a box visit?
It was a box visit, so you're separated by glass. But to get there, I went into the prison. So, like, I was just surrounded by prisoners, like, in the yard, bouncing balls. I don't think I should have been there. Like, I was surrounded by...
You just went to prison.
I went to prison. Like, I didn't go to the prison visitors center. I went to prison.
Why do they have the box visit thing in the prison?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's what they have in a minimum.
Maybe that's what it has in minimum. But anyway, I walked past, like...
I've been in a prison before, like for school, like a school excursion. It's not that bad.
Well, I went in with 8 people, and I was surrounded by...
It's literally just a bunch of blokes gardening.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And playing basketball.
And then Greeley comes in, and the visits only go for half an hour. They forgot about us because I was only on the clipboard written on someone else's
there
handwriting.
for like ages.
I was there for 3 hours. We got stuck because I couldn't even let myself out because it's that secure.
So you were just chatting for 3 hours?
3 hours. We had to end it. We ran out of shit to say. We were like, oh, right, well, because, he's been in a room for like a year.
There's only so much you can catch up on.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a fly.
But all these people that I
Named
walked
it
past.
Great.
All these people that I walked past going in, I was like, hey, mate, how you going? Bouncy balls, this, that. And then there was a little window and we could see the yard, and Greeley was pointing them all out. Met one guy, gave him a head nod, and Greeley's like, oh, that guy killed his wife and his kids. And I was like, oh, fuck. And this guy... He killed 3 people, 3 dudes. I was like, oh,
Are
okay.
they minimum security?
Like, you behave and you get to minimum, I guess. They'd be in there for like 20 years. But yeah, we got stuck in there for 3 hours. I couldn't let myself out. I almost had to cancel the show.
You just became a prisoner.
Yeah. Boring. Really. was the main thing I took away from that. Fuck, it's
At
boring
least you
in
got to
there.
catch up.
Yeah, that was good.
Really?
It was a good surprise to be there for
Should have
3
recorded it.
hours.
It was probably illegal.
No, I couldn't take my phone in. But you know what? They didn't search me either.
So you could have.
I could have.
You could have done a podcast.
I know.
Live from Risdon Prison through a glass box.
That would have been so illegal. That would be something that would have to come out after his release, because otherwise he would get another couple of years,
You'd
and so
probably
would
get
I.
put back in.
Yeah.
You'd both be in together. Then you could do a podcast live from not behind a glass in Risdon Prison.
But
you're both prisoners.
We basically got to the end of the 3 hours, and I was like, is there anything else you got to tell me? He goes, man, I got so much stuff. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, but I can't tell you here because it's all recorded. I was like, okay. So I'm looking forward to the podcast we do when he gets out.
That'll be good. Juicy.
Yeah,
I'm
will be
keen.
good. But anyway, that's enough about Greals. He's doing well. He'll be out January 6th, hopefully. On the flight over to Hobart, you go in and first class is at the front of the plane. So we go in, and there was this woman and this husband and her husband standing in front of me and Keelan. And this woman, she's there in first class, and she opens up her tub, and then she turns around and she really rudely gives the bag to her husband, and she just goes, can you put this up there? And then he looks at her and like, oh, all right. And then he puts it up in the overhead container while she sits down, and then he really angrily slams it down. And I was like, oh, they must be fighting. And then he walked past her to sit down in economy. Wasn't her husband. Was just a stranger that was in economy. This first class woman just shoves a bag to this stranger and goes, put this up there for me. Really rudely.
Oh, you're entitled.
I know.
That's
what an
so
asshole.
obnoxious.
Yeah, like I was just thinking, oh, it's just a husband and wife, but it was complete strangers.
Oh my God.
And that's why the guy slammed it down. He only did it because there were so many people behind us, and she just shoved it in his
Dude, if
hands.
someone from first class asked me to put up their bag, I'd be like, oh my God, make a ladder out of your cash and do it yourself.
Yeah, she was like 30-something. She was a fit woman. She definitely could have done it herself.
It's not even that high.
No.
It's lazy.
And it was just a duffel bag. It wasn't heavy. It was like just had clothes in it, clearly. It was the rudest shit.
That sucks.
So entitled.
I hate people. I hate rich people.
They suck.
Yeah. Is there any rich people listening to this?
Hate ya.
Hate your guts.
But when I got to the Hobart venue,
No, I don't hate rich people, by the way.
no, because they're great. Buy a t-shirt.
That was also an obnoxious thing to say. I hate rich people. It was a massive generalization.
Yeah.
I hate people like that.
Hate cunts.
Yes, that's what I should have said.
There you go. When we got to the Hobart venue, gotta be honest, didn't sell that well in Hobart. It was in a weird
Was
location.
it another gimpy sitch?
No, it was better than Gympie
Right.
because the people that were there were at least from Tassie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in a fucking golf course.
Yeah, we did the same venue in Hobart. I'm not going to do that venue again.
No, it's not a good. I told Greeley, because he's lived in Tassie his whole life, I said, "Oh, we're performing at Granada Tavern." And he goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh, is that a bad place?" He goes, "It's not a bad venue. It's just like
Yeah, the venue
that's
was
like
fine.
doing a show in Frankston and calling it
Yeah.
a Melbourne
It's
show."
not that far away. It's like 20 minutes out of Hobart.
But that's for
It's in
Hobart.
Berrydale.
For Tassie, that's a huge distance. No public
Yeah.
transport at all. Just a hard place to get to, and it's definitely not Hobart.
No, it's not at all.
But anyway, so I get there and they moved me into I was performing in the TAB room.
You're performing in the
The
tab.
TAB
Oh,
room.
I know what room you're in. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Near that little kids' playground.
Yeah. In the
Oh.
corner of the fucking
See,
TAB room.
I was in the room upstairs. Like, I got moved in some room, and then that's why I could hear the 21st speeches. Did I talk?
Yeah.
I think I talked about that on the podcast or something. Or maybe I didn't. I talked
No, I
about it on
think you
my own
did.
podcast.
During the show, you could hear happy
I
birthdays.
could hear like 3 times during my show, the whole bistro broke out into happy birthday. And I just had to stop my show and get everyone to sing because it was so loud I couldn't tell a joke. So by the end, we were all just like going to, and then we'd wait for the name, be like, Jonathan, happy
Jonathan. That's
Yeah.
good.
And
Yeah.
then we all started yelling out slurs so they could hear it. It was good stuff.
Oh, you yelling out racist stuff.
Yeah, no, not racist slurs, just more like
Imagine
know.
if that's what you're doing it
Yeah.
at your fucking show, just yelling racist slurs at a bunch of white people in Tasmania. Come see me live. But yeah, I was in the TAB room, and when we got there to do sound check, it was open and running. So there's just like these like problem gambling addicts that have nothing else to do while I'm trying to do sound check. There's these two old
Did people
Tasmanian
get kicked
dudes.
out
Yeah.
of the tab. Were they shitty?
Oh yeah, so angry. So I got there to do sound check. So you yell.
Why did they put you in that room?
I don't know, because I don't know. That's I guess like they wanted a small room, but after your show, they were like, well, we can't fuck with the other
Yeah,
events.
I did complain a lot afterwards.
It was a good place to perform in. It was just weird
Yeah.
because it was a TAB room. So I get on stage and I start going, test, test, test. And I start going, this is how loud I tell my jokes, blah, blah. So disruptive to everyone. This old guy turns around.
You're disrupting them, throwing their fucking lives down the toilet as
I
they're
know.
punting on virtual greyhounds.
They should thank me.
They should be absolutely thanking you. Dude, that's the saddest shit is like, I get if you bet on Spring Carnival. I get if you bet on a real thing that's happening. Like,
If you go to an event,
not even that. I'm like, you know what? It's sad. I think it is sad if you sit in a tab and just bet on, but at least it's real horses.
It's happening.
It's happening. But goddamn, when you go to your local pokey den and
Yeah.
you see blokes punting on virtual horses,
not real.
It's a computer program.
Yeah.
It's essentially the pokies, but then it's a bit more of a waste of time because you have to watch the race
Yeah.
happen.
It's crazy. So I'm
You know
doing
what I
my
saw
sound.
once? Virtual harness racing. The one where they're in the back of the little
Oh,
cart.
what the fuck?
I was like, oh,
Real harness racing sucks.
yeah, it's still like real. Oh, dude, it's anyway.
So weird. Yeah, so I'm doing my sound check test. I'm going, this is how loud I tell my jokes, and sometimes I yell, so I get to this volume, like really yelling.
Fuck off! I'm trying to throw my mortgage in the bin.
Actually, this
Yeah.
guy turns around and he goes, hey, I'm trying to watch the Greyhounds. Can you keep it down? I said, mate, I'm trying to do my sound check and you're not going to win. And then he stood up, started yelling at me. It was great. Security had to literally, they didn't leave. They were that bad and hooked. There were two blokes that bad. They had to get kicked out of the TAB. The security were standing and going, you guys need to leave. And they were like, my game's not finished. I'm bloody watching. And the security, all the security guards in the venue came over and watched these old guys watch their TAB thing while I'm doing sound check going, you're not going to win.
You're an asshole.
Yep.
Like these guys' lives suck so hard that they're in 20 minutes out of Hobart
Yeah.
in some pokey den throwing away their fucking wife's money or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're not, then you're also trashing them. I don't think they need
Absolutely.
it from you as well.
Well, someone's going to tell them.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting booted before the show started, so that was good.
Well, did the show go well?
Oh, the show was great.
Yeah.
Show was really, really good.
Did you
I
have a
do
punt
like the
mid-show?
small ones. A what?
Did you have a punt
I
mid-show?
should have like punted on how's this one going to go.
Yeah.
But if I punted on it going well, I would have won nothing because the odds would be so low because it always goes well. Unless it's in Gympie. Horrible. But I like the intimate shows. They're fun. Like going from, doing like 1,000 people in Melbourne and then doing like fucking 30, 40 people in Hobart. It's kind of cool doing the intimate ones
Yeah.
because they happen less.
Some. No, they do happen less.
It is cool.
It is humbling shit.
Yeah, it's good to do. So shout out to Hobart cunts. Thanks for coming.
Is that it? Are we wrapping it up? How long have we gone for?
About an hour.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have to do, except for, man, check out the gratitude
I
zone.
was going to say, we need to pay our respects to all our
have to, absolutely.
Sergeant Sounders in the Patreon who do great work every week. And they're here on the
Yep.
screen right now. Obviously, you can hear some hero music coming
Yep.
up. And that
They
is
are
because
heroes.
they're being saluted. Keelan, salute them. Show your respects, all right? They're literally paying your wage. Now, well done to those sergeants.
Yep.
We appreciate your service, and it's great to see people being in there in the Discord. I've been documenting people in the World Gym.
Yep.
I was telling all about the ambulance, and they were theorizing on what I may have munted. A lot of poo chat, by the way.
A lot of poo chat.
Poo update. The poo is still in the toilet. It's
Yep.
now been 3.5 weeks or 4.
I think it's
Almost
might
been
be
a month.
It's coming on 4 weeks this Friday.
And at this point,
Of course, you know exactly where that's
I
so
was
funny.
throwing out some theories during the week to
Yeah.
some close friends, also people in the Discord. It's become quite an interest in a lot of people in my a lot of people now ask me.
We
about
looked at
the
it
poo.
today. Every day, it looks a little bit different. It literally looks like road now,
So
like
you-
black road.
That's what's happened. It's crusted over.
I thought
Yeah.
it kind of looked like a cake that you bake in the
Oh.
oven.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Like that's half baked. It's almost done.
Yeah,
Little,
that's it.
like it's forming a crust, but it's definitely moist.
You know what, you know
Yeah.
you know what it's like in year 9 science, where you used to get your petri dish and they used to teach you how to make
Oh,
mold.
yeah.
And you put the little chemicals in, you come back in a week and it's just full of
Yuck.
and it's just crusted over.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think the only way now to clean it, it's well past the point of a toilet brush, well past the point of a plunger.
Oh yeah.
I think the only way they're going to be able to clean this is a poop scoop. They're going to have to get a shovel. I reckon they're
yeah?
going to have to get a little shovel.
you're right.
And actually,
Keelan's almost vomiting.
or throw out the toilet.
Or this one's for you, Keelan. They have to get a little straw.
Oh, no. Oh.
Reverse funnel that boy.
I think it would be so hilarious if we flushed it.
Oh,
we
we should
can't.
try and film a flush.
We can't fill
What
the
about a
flush.
half flush?
It will overflow.
A
We
flush
can't-
doesn't overflow it.
It will.
Not a half flush.
If you've, I like how you think.
And then we can all run away if it does.
No, but the thing
no one will
is,
know it's us.
no, but the thing is,
half flush. Half
no,
flush.
we can't
half
do that
flush.
because the people who got raided are right there. Don't want to fuck with them.
Oh, let's half flush it anyway.
Mate, that's what they deserve.
We're gonna get murdered. All right, look. No promises. No, I don't want to flush because I just want to see what happens. I feel like it's like what we're doing here. It's like National Geographic. We observe. We don't interfere. So when you see a gazelle getting killed by a lion, that's just nature. You got to let it happen.
God, I want to see a half flush.
And I want to see a half flush too, but we can't do it.
If we do a half flash, we should post the video in the Discord just to
Okay, no.
Patreon only.
Can we make a deal?
Uh,
Right? Hopefully we're not still here, but if we are still here and the poo's still here by Christmas,
Okay.
can we do a festive half flush to celebrate the end of the year?
If it's Christmas and we're getting festive, we got to go full flush.
Full flush.
It's a festive full flush.
Right, if it's still look, honestly,
We'll wear Christmas hats.
and we'll give it a full flush.
Yep. Deal.
Can you write that down, Killen, so we don't forget
Festive full flush.
that? A festive full flush. The
That's
FFF.
Awesome.
Triple
All right.
F.
Guys, thanks for listening. Support us on Patreon. You get 2 bonus episodes every month. The first one is up now.
Are we going to be uploading the soundcheck compilation soon?
Yeah,
Is
we'll
that ready
upload the
to go?
soundcheck compilation this week. I'm
Cool.
going to get it ready. That'll be there. So you can see us do soundcheck and all the garbage we get up to. We're going to have to...
Mainly Keelan doing D's Nuts jokes.
Yeah, so not much of a selling point, but it is there. Bit of an extra bonus feature. That's like when you sign up to Optus and you get their shitty sports plan. Like no one really uses that, but it is there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, if I want.
Yeah, you can watch the soccer in Greece for
Yeah.
free. You're like, all right,
I
maybe.
guess maybe if I feel like making a mistake, I'll
Yep.
do that. We're almost close to our second goal. So thanks so much to all you guys.
LukeandLewis5.com to come to our live shows. It's going to be, all of them are going to be the social event of the year that you want to come to.
That's
And
right.
not only is it a live show, it's
Yep.
a live experience, it's an extravaganza.
Yeah.
And we have something special planned for each show in Brisbane. Your time's running out.
That's right. And I'm going to be in Adelaide, Bunbury, and Perth this weekend. So I'll see you there.
To flyer and
Flyer
promote
for the
our
show.
shows.
That's right. So see you later.